Hey everybody, thanks for showing up to another one of my chapters of what I learned along the bike ride. Just to say it again, I went from Ocean Beach, California to Key West, Florida on a bicycle with my dog. It took me about 5 months and I learned a lot along the way. One of the lessons I learned along the way is that you can achieve anything if you just keep pedaling forward. Now when I left for this bike ride, I kind of told myself that there was no turning back. That there was nothing that was going to go between me and the end of that destination because I wanted to feel like I accomplished something. In the beginning, I told myself and gave myself 13 weeks to go from the 2 piers, but after a little luck and somebody selling my condo, I was able to go for 5 months. One of the things that I really came back from and learned along the way was that it was my bike ride. Similar to yoga, when you're on a mat, that's your practice. And the way that you're going to learn and the way that you're going to go through those trials is really up to you. Kind of like achieving your goals or going through life. I mean, it really is your ride. You're the one who needs to set the pace. You're the one who needs to create the persistence in your mind. You're the one who needs to decide how you're going to arrive where you want to be. For me on my bike ride, I decided to make it more of an adventure. I mean, I knew that I was going to get to Key West, Florida at some point, but I figured that along the way, I wanted to make sure that it was fun, kind of like my life. I don't really want to stress too much. I want to deal with my highs, I want to deal with my lows, and I really just want to enjoy what goes on along the way. One of the things that I noticed was a lot of mental chatter that went along with this bike ride. Specifically, when you're leaving California, you got to go through Arizona. Arizona is hot, and Arizona is filled with pricks, kind of like the cactus. Funny from far, but not too fun near you. And at the end of the road, I was moving through Arizona, and in the distance, you could see this huge mountain. That mountain was the border between Arizona and New Mexico. And all along the way, you start seeing that as a little mountain ahead of you. And then this mountain starts to get bigger and bigger. And as the mountain gets bigger, your confidence shrinks more and more. Every day telling yourself, I do not know how I'm going to get over this mountain. For me, it was I had this dog, and I had a bike that was making flat tires every day. And my legs wanted to complain about how things were too heavy, and I couldn't get over this mountain. I was wrecking myself over this goal, over this perceived inability to get over a mountain. But the same thing happened every time. I would slow down and tell myself that that mountain was going to bend in front of me, that that mountain was going to lower itself to the grind of these legs. And you complain, but then you start to tell yourself that you're going to get up and over that mountain. And all of a sudden, you're on this mountain, crushing left to right, inhaling, exhaling, becoming stronger and stronger until all of that chatter, all of that complaining, all of that hesitation is behind you. And you are now on that mountain, pushing that mountain down in front of you like a rolling pin to soft dough, making mama's favorite crust on that apple pie that you think is oh so sweet. You see, you can get through anything if you keep pushing yourself forward. Goals, life is just like that mountain. The majority of the time we're telling ourselves how hard it is instead of just focusing on getting up and over it. Look, man, it's your life. If you want to race up that mountain, you can. If you want to take your time up that mountain, you can. If you want to take a lot of pictures along the way, you can. It's your life. It's your adventure. And as long as you make the decision to get to a certain point, you're going to get there. But let me tell you, my friends, it's hard. You're going to have to gut check yourself quite a bit. But who cares? What else do you have to do? You're on a darn adventure. It's really about how you want to arrive there. Do you want to crush every day? Do you want to take your time? Because let me tell you, when you get there, you're going to be a different person. I mean, you're going to be a sharper person. You're going to be more of a badass. And you can do it. I know it. I did it. I pushed myself over that mountain. It's really just about making the decision to get up and over it. Because really, if all you do is worry and all you do is complain and you focus on how hard it's going to be, then it is going to be that much harder. But if you focus on how tough it's making you, how much of a better person you're becoming, how much stronger you are pushing yourself to be, then oh boy, I'm telling you, that when you reach 8,405 feet and you see that now crossing the Continental Divide and you're on your last sip of water, whoo! That liquor store that's holding cold water, food, a pepperoni slice of pizza, and some ice cold orange flavored Gatorade feels that much better. So push yourself. Push yourself forward. Push that mountain down in front of you and become the person that I know and that you know is trapped inside of there. I mean, it's time to get some.